Nigeria, not only in the legislative arm of government. I'm speaking of my honorable members here present. I can see all of you in large number. Thank you very much for coming. I want to welcome all my sisters, the DG National Center for Women Development. I don't have the protocol list yet because some people have not arrived. Here comes the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please, let's all rise up to welcome her. The First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by Ajia Fatima Abbas, the wife of the Right Honorable Speaker of the House Assembly. You are welcome. Please have your seat. All other protocol duly extended. Distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, and all our diligent participants here present, it is with immense joy and a profound sense of purpose that I welcome you all to this maiden edition of the Nigerian Women Leadership and Empowerment Conference. Today, we gather not just as individuals, but as a collective force committed to advancing the cause of women's leadership and empowerment in our nation. We cannot continue to talk without action. So we are gathered here to do what we are gathered here to do today is what I call action in progress. The theme of this conference, which primarily focuses on investing in Nigerian women, securing our future, resonates with our committee's mission to promote women's participation in politics, the economy, and social spheres. Therefore, this conference is not merely an event, it is a movement. A movement aimed at redefining the narrative surrounding women in leadership, breaking barriers, and creating pathways for future generations. We are here to celebrate the strength, resilience, and potential of women across Nigeria, and to foster an environment where every woman can thrive, lead, and inspire. As we embark on this journey together, we will be unveiling the National Compendium on Women in Leadership Positions. This compendium, though not perfect as its maiden edition, it's a form of data collection and serves as a vital resource that highlights the achievements of women who have broken through glass ceilings. It showcases their contributions across various sectors and highlights their potentials for higher levels of leadership for the benefit of our nation. The compendium stands as a testament to the fact that when women rise, we all rise, and ultimately the nation flourishes. This compendium not only recognizes those who have made significant strides, but also serves as an inspiration for young girls and women who aspire to take leadership roles. As the chairman of the Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development, I am proud to be part of this history-making initiative that seeks to amplify the voices of women, celebrate their achievements, and identify opportunities for growth and development. Today, we will honor outstanding Nigerians who have demonstrated unwavering commitment to empowering women and championing gender equality. Their dedication serves as a beacon of hope and a reminder that change is possible when we work together. Let us take a moment to acknowledge their contributions and express our gratitude for their efforts in paving the way for a more equitable society. As we engage in discussions, share experiences, and build meaningful connections over the course of this conference, let us remember that our voices matter. Each one of us has a role to play in shaping the future of women's leadership in Nigeria. Together, we can advocate for policies that promote gender equality, support initiatives that empower women, and create spaces where every woman's voice is heard, valued, and respected. Our voice is our power. We have also identified that some of us who are widows and low-income earners need our support. To this end, we have decided to move beyond talk to action by supporting them with cash empowerment. This demonstrates our commitment to ensuring that no woman is Again, action in progress. As I round up, permit me to express my profound gratitude to the leadership of the 10th House of Representatives, being led by Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, and Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, our super he-for-she champions. Your support and encouragement have motivated me to work harder. We appreciate your dedication to gender issues, and we especially acknowledge that the Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, for his sponsorship of the bill which proposes to reserve special seats for women and increase their representation in Parliament, not without the support of Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas. I also want to most respectfully appreciate the First Lady of the Federation, our mother of the nation, my leader and mentor, Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for her leadership which has impacted and inspired a lot of women, including the younger generation across the country. She has proved that the Renewed Hope Initiative is not just a political phrase, but one backed with several life-touching, impactful stories of countless Nigerians whose hopes have been renewed through her selfless service to humanity. In closing, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the honorable members of the House Committee on Women Affairs, our partners, our stakeholders, and the Secretariat who have worked tirelessly to make this event possible. Your commitment to this cause is truly inspiring. Let us embrace this opportunity to learn from one another, uplift each other, and ignite passion for change that will resonate far beyond the walls of this NAF Conference Center. Let us make this conference a catalyst for transformation, empowerment, and progress. Together, we can build a brighter future for women in leadership across Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you.
A round of applause to Harry once again. Gloria.
Yes, please.
You want me to tell you that my name is Ibrahim. And I have a daughter called Zainab.
Oh, really?
On this podium here, someone combined those two names. Let me announce the arrival of the Deputy National Women Leader of the APC, Ajia Zainab Ibrahim. You know, we greet you, ma'am.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. Please, shall we give our speaker a pathetic round of applause? Why am I saying we should? Please clap for him, because the budget that we need in 2025 is not small money. Our chairwoman has spoken. She has spoken eloquently and softly. Sir, but you know that all of this will only be a dream, because there is no pushing of development without finance. And on the streets, they say there's no romance without finance. But we would say there's no female women in leadership, women empowerment, and pushing the women agenda without the right quantity. So let's clap for him again, because he's already given commitment. I have beseeched all of you to bring the speaker's podium down, because that place is not quite good. I wouldn't want him to have waist pain when he lives here. Please bring it down. I have beseeched you. Yes, that place is not quite good. Yes, thank you. The next woman whose voice we are going to hear assumed her office exactly 4 months, 4 days ago. She was welcomed with pomp and celebration. Honorable Minister of State Accounting. Exactly 4 months, 4 days ago this date, she assumed office as Nigeria's Minister of Women Affairs. Prior to her appointment, she was in the security sector, so she understands the problems of the Nigerian woman. She is a trailblazing leader, a versatile expert, a passionate advocate, a strategic thinker, and a role model to women, not just in Nigeria, but all around the world. Please join me welcome Honorable Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, Minister of Women Affairs, for her welcome remarks. You're not clapping properly. My principal, you're welcome.
glory, the ginger. We need it as we usher in the Women's Month in a few days. Let's start by recognizing and showing my respect to Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is ably represented by Hajia Fatima Tajuddin Abbas. I also recognize the he who she, the Speaker of the Nigerian House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas. I know the role he played in the last few months to ensure that the women are able to achieve and make the required impact in the next year. We appreciate you, Mr. Speaker. I also appreciate and recognize our sister, the Ogun State Deputy Governor, Hajia Nimat Salako. I also appreciate my chair, my big sister, our mommy, Honorable Katira Obara. I also appreciate my darling sister, Minister of State Maria Neriga. May I also recognize all the members of the House of Representatives that are here. I can see a lot of you. May I recognize our leader, the National Deputy Woman Leader of the ruling party, the number one party in Africa, Zainab Ibrahim. May I also recognize my big sisters, DG Nipton and the DG Women Center. May I recognize the representative of the Nigerian Governors Forum's wives, ably represented by the First Lady of the State. I recognize our permanent secretary, the wings within my wing, Dr. Mariam Kenshiro. Great Nigerian women! Great Nigerian men! Build the women! Empower the women! Fund the women! Appreciate the women! Support the women! Ignore the women! And lose election. Trust me, nobody wants to lose election. Nobody, and we're on the right track. Because I can authoritatively say that it's 9 o'clock. Women are being funded. Women are being supported. Women are being empowered under the watch of the President, President Bola Tinubu. I am delighted to be here today at this remarkable gathering that celebrates the achievements of extraordinary Nigerian women, breaking barriers and redefining leadership across governance, academia, the military, banking, business, technology, healthcare, agriculture, the creative economy, and beyond as we usher in the Women's Month of March. Women constitute nearly half of our population, yet their representation in the leadership remains significantly below its true potential. However, as we see today, Nigerian women are demonstrating resilience, innovation, and excellence across all sectors. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that every woman and girl has the opportunity to rise, to thrive, and to lead. Under the renewed agenda of His Excellency, our President, our leader, President Bola Tinubu, GCFR, the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs remains committed to driving policies and programs that empower women economically and politically. I remember meeting with the First Lady, and all she said is, Iman, go and put money in the hands of women. Go and put money in the hands of women. Because when women are economically empowered, they're less accessible to the criminal minds, they're well protected. And always remember that men only love three things: money, money, and the woman that makes money. So we have to teach women how to make money so that they are better loved by their spouses. Through the initiatives such as Nigeria for Women project, Scale Up, which has commenced implementation, we're reaching out to over 4.5 million women across all the states in the Federation. Overall target for the ministry is to empower a minimum of 10 million women to contribute to our $1 trillion economy goal. We therefore are working to expand access to finance, access to markets, skills, opportunities that will unlock the full potential of the Nigerian woman. But beyond economic empowerment, full transformation requires that we break systematic barriers, ensuring that women are at the decision-making tables, leading institutions, and shaping policies that impact their lives. We must continue to push for gender-responsive governance, stronger legal protection, and greater investments in women's education, healthcare, entrepreneurship efforts, and leadership development. I extend my sincere appreciation to the Senate and the House of Assembly, particularly the Committee on Women Affairs, Social Development, and for also putting together this program. It reflects a shared commitment to advancing the cause of women and empowerment in the leadership space in Nigeria. As we celebrate the achievement of the phenomenal women in Nigeria today, let us all renew our resolve to create an environment where more women can rise to leadership and drive national development, leaving lasting legacies. Before I stand down, may I also encourage us, as we approach the month of March, which is our month, to work with a lot of synergy. Today, at this point, at this time, I have 4 programs, women programs happening concurrently. How do we make progress when we're in different roles? We have to work in synergy. We have a women's ministry. This is the only space I know that there's a lot of abuse when it comes to efforts. Everybody is doing their programs in silos. We cannot achieve in a very impactful manner when we don't work together. Even CSW, people are going to partners for all kinds of things. What we can be doing our programs together. This we have the women's ministry that seeks to help everyone along, the former sector women, the women from the grassroots. We should come together to design programs so that we can forge ahead together and make significant impact. I thank you all for listening. May God bless you all. May God bless the speaker. May God bless Mr. President. And may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Round of applause for her once again. Thank you very much, man. I don't know, just coincidence, I have to say that at the time the Honorable Minister was having a remarks, the representative of the President of Nigeria, GCFR, Ashura Bola Ahmed Tinubu, walked in. And I know Ashura didn't send a man to represent me at this event. He actually sent a fantastic woman of excellence. Please, I will appreciate this kind of innovation for the representative of the President of Nigeria, Ajia Karim Khadija Omotayo, the personal assistant to the President on constituency affairs. A round of applause for her, please. Thank you very much. We appreciate you, man. Thank you very much, the representative of the President of Nigeria. On that note, I want to move straight.
And before we move straight, please permit me to recognize here, representing Honorable Regina Akome, member representing Boko and Taka constituency of Benue State. We have the coordinator of Hope Life Foundation, Roselyn Aka. You're welcome. We also have here in our midst, Engineer Dr. Halimat Adeliro, Fellow of the Nigeria Society of Engineers, who is the Vice President, Nigeria Society of Engineers, representing the President, Nigeria Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret Oguntola, Fellow of the Nigeria Society of Engineers. Still on the last lap of goodwill messages, not goodwill messages, recognition, so to say, we have here in our midst too, the Controller General of the Correctional Services, here represented by the Assistant Controller General of Corrections, Dr. Glory is here by namesake. Please round of applause. It's over to you. Yes, you can go straight.
Okay, all right. Yes, I want to bring to this podium a man who has the highest numbers of past bill in the 9th Assembly. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this man of honor has a PhD. You might be guessing who I'm referring to. This man began his journey in the Great Chamber in 2011 when he was first elected by the people of Zaria Federal Constituency to represent them. Ever since, his people have returned him to the Ado Chamber in 3 subsequent election cycles. This man is humble, a prince of the ancient and historic Zazu Emirate. He was born into the royal family of the Zazu Emirate in Kaduna State. His ancestral origin is traced to Malam Musa, the first emir of Zazu Kingdom, to Man Tajo, his seventh son, to Iyad Abdullahi, and to Man Tajo and to Abbas Tajudeen, the speaker of the traditional title of Iyad Zawza, making him the 17th in the Zazu Emirate and the 6th in the hierarchy among kingmakers of the Emirate. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to bring the pilot of the 10th Assembly, Right Honorable Tajudeen Abbas, PhD, Iyad Zawza. A round of applause for that very fantastic personality, please. And we just keep clapping for this very wonderful, highly inspired Nigeria. Mr. Speaker! Mr. Speaker! You're welcome, sir.
Please, kindly sit down. Thank you.
Very good.
His Excellency, the President and Commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented today by SA Constituency Outreach, Her Excellency, Distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, the mother of our country, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by my wife, Hajia Fatima Bastajide, the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, the wife of Executive Governor here present, the Chairman, of course, the Amazon, the Chair and members of the House Committee of Women Affairs and Social Development, my dear sister Rabuka Kabila, the Minister of Women Affairs, my dear sister Hajia Imam Suleiman, of course, my dear sister, the Minister of State, Federal Capital Territory, and that of Affairs, Dr. Maria Mahamoud Bunkure, all women heads of agencies of government, our outstanding awardees for today's event, all Nigerian women in leadership and women in outstanding groups, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please forgive me if I skip the protocol. You are all recognized and you are all welcome. I'm delighted to join in delivering the keynote address at the Nigerian Women Leadership and Empowerment Conference 2025. The theme, investing in Nigerian women, securing our future. It is both apt and timely. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to our First Lady, Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, and our esteemed counterpart, Her Excellency Hajia Nana Kachib-Shettima, for their steadfast dedication to improving the economic and political conditions of women in Nigeria. The 1999 Constitution as amended underscores that the security and welfare of the people is the primary purpose of government. That is captured under Section 14, subsection 2B, while emphasizing that the state social order is founded on ideals of freedom, equity, and justice. Furthermore, Section 42 of the Constitution prohibits discrimination on the basis of sex, reinforcing the fundamental principle that no Nigerian woman should be held back by law or custom. And in building a just and progressive Nigeria, it is impossible to overstate the importance of promoting women's welfare and upholding the spirit of our dear Constitution. Nigeria's history is replete with courageous women whose remarkable contributions have shaped the country's trajectory. The pioneering women of our past who broke barriers with steadfast resolve laid the foundation for the progress we witness today. And that brings to mind my ancestral queen, the Queen of Zazzau, Queen Amina. Their legacies urge us to continue the vital work of forging an inclusive, just and prosperous nation. One grounded in constitutional ideals of equality and social welfare. Their stories remind us that we must not only dream of a better future, but also act decisively to create it, ensuring that every Nigerian woman can thrive. In our present global and domestic context, investing in Nigerian women is not a luxury, but a strategic imperative. Empowerment drives economic growth, fortifies food security, and strengthens the core of our community. When we invest in our women, we invest in our farms, our markets, and in every child's future. We have seen Rwanda set a powerful precedent by using gender quotas to propel more women into positions of power, yielding progressive legislation and community transformation. We have also witnessed how microfinance initiatives in Bangladesh revitalize local economies by enabling women to become successful entrepreneurs. These examples should galvanize us to create a future in which Nigerian women, equipped with the necessary resources and opportunities, can elevate our nation to extraordinary heights. Despite these achievements, we celebrate. Significant challenges persist. Discriminatory social norms, limited access to education, and economic marginalization constrain the vast potential of our daughters and sisters. Nearly 60% of African women lack basic literacy skills, a stark barrier to both personal advancement and national development. Equally present is women's underrepresentation in our political institutions. Earlier this week, on Monday, to be precise, 24 February, I led a sensitization campaign on drug abuse and gender-based violence in Kaduna, reflecting my unwavering resolve that our women must not only be safe, but also empowered to succeed in all spheres of life. Addressing these issues is fundamental, not only for the well-being of women, but also for nurturing safer, healthier communities across Nigeria. Our response to these challenges must be bold and pragmatic. Under Section 17 of the Constitution, which guarantees equality of rights and opportunities, the 10th House of Representatives has introduced a legislative agenda that prioritizes women's political participation and economic empowerment. As part of these commitments, the House has created 2 committees specifically dedicated to women's issues and ensured the inclusion of all female members of the House in the Constitution Amendment Committee. Additionally, only yesterday, I formally requested our party, the All Progressive Congress, to include all its female members in the party's National Executive Committee, resulting for the very first time in history of 4 women from the House of Representatives now holding neck positions. Such measures are vital to guarantee that women's perspectives actively from the legislative framework and policy directions guiding our national development. Within this agenda, we also advocate for legislative reforms that reintroduce special seats for women in our legislative houses and mandate quotas within political parties, thereby securing meaningful representation for women in public office. I call upon all state House of Assemblies to endorse these proposals when they come forward in the Constitution Amendment process. By doing so, we uphold the Constitution's mandate to foster social welfare and equality for every Nigerian. Beyond the political realm, we must continue to expand targeted funding programs that empower female entrepreneurs to drive innovation and generate employment opportunities. I understand that this conference dedicates a session to that subject, and I encourage you to explore practical approaches. These may include implementing robust microfinance schemes tailored specifically to the needs of Nigerian women, complemented by government-led training and mentorship, and capital access initiatives for women-owned enterprises. Learning from global best practices and adapting them to the Nigerian context will allow us to unlock women's immense political potential, cultivating economic growth that benefits us, all of us. On our own part, the 10th House of Representatives remains firmly committed to securing justice and equity for Nigerian women. In line with the Constitution's ideals, we shall continue to exercise diligent oversight of government institutions to ensure adherence to the national gender policy, bolster the women's focus to champion gender-specific issues effectively, and support electoral reforms that ensure a fixed quota of female candidates while providing special seats for women in both the Senate and the House, and also at the subnational levels. We will also enact reform legislation to safeguard women in politics from violence and intimidation, thereby aligning our political framework with the Constitution's principles of fairness and freedom. Concurrently, the ongoing amendments to the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act aim to address contemporary challenges and fortify women's rights. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I would like to express my gratitude to my colleague, my friend and my sister, Honorable Kafila Obara, Chairperson of the House Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development, and indeed the Honorable Minister of Women Affairs, Honorable Imam Suleiman Ibrahim. I also acknowledge the invaluable contributions of every committed Nigerian woman, development partners, and civil society organizations that have worked tirelessly to make this conference a reality. As we convene today, let our collective voices echo through this hall and beyond, urging us to convert our shared visions into substantive, transformative actions. Together, we can forge a Nigeria where every woman not only succeeds but thrives. By investing in our women, we secure a brighter tomorrow and establish a legacy of advancement and justice for future generations. I thank you for your courage, dedication, and enduring spirit. I wish you a productive conference and pray that the House of Representatives will act on your proposals and your recommendations. May God bless you all. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, please don't leave us. As we say, don't leave me, don't leave me. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Speaker as I invite the Chairman of the House Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development and the Honorable Minister of Women Affairs to step forward for a presentation of an award to an astute he or she, a teacher, a detribalized Nigerian, a pan-Nigerian, a lawmaker who made it to speakership with overwhelming votes, a lover of women, one with, look at his beautiful wife, the way she's blushing, you know that he's not just a good man outside, he's a good man at home. Please, a round of applause for the Speaker of the 10th Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, PhD.
Ian Zauza.
Your Excellency, Speaker,
Thank you.
on behalf of all the Nigerian women, present you the Nigerian Women's Merit Award to the Speaker of the 10th House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, GCON, Ian Zanzo, a He for She Hero Award on Women Inclusivity Legislative Processes. Congratulations, sir.
Mr. Speaker, before you take that photograph, if your wife is out of this frame, I don't think it would look too beautiful.
Yes.
Please, let's invite the one who has given him an extra title as a detribalized Nigerian,
And also representative of the First Lady
of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much. She's coming right away.
Mr. Speaker has asked that Your Excellencies there, and the First Lady there, that all of you join him, because it is a joy to be honored by women who constitute over 49% of the population of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
On that note, I will also invite the representative of the President of Nigeria to also join us in this photograph. Ajia Khadija Motayo will also...
And the woman leader of the APC who is here, Dr. Mary Alile, please join us in the photograph. APC! APC! Now that we have more women in the structure, please could we have someone who is for the Cabinet Secretary? Please, ushers, could you come and help us move this forward? Careful. You are about.
You are blocking us.
Can everyone on that photograph say Abbas?
And we say, Mr. Speaker!
Speaker! Thank you for assenting to all the budget we bring this year. You've already committed to it before humanity, and we trust you to deliver.
Please, give us space here.
All right, thank you very much. We now move to the next thing while we find time to sit.
Thank you very much.
How do you want to do it?
Thank you.
How do you want to do it?
Push it forward a little.
Be a life coverage on the school now.
Mr. Speaker, we want to shake it too because this thing is a transference of power. Madam, congratulations. So we take the handshake on behalf of Mr.
You
Speaker.
can connect to YouTube.
Thank you.
Then we get it from here.
Daddy.
If you do internet now. I can't provide that.
Okay,
Mr. Speaker, we hear you shouldn't go far from where you are.
Another assignment, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, you have another assignment here. Please, here, just over here. Yes, please.
Mr. Speaker,
Right,
yes,
sir.
you have another assignment, sir. This is coded for this event, sir. We are unveiling, and you have to be in charge.
Sorry, sir, I'm there.
I
I was there. No, I can't stay there now.
Okay, the first thing is, okay, you are launching, we say you are launching it, the first thing will be.
We'll hand over to the woman who has founded the first women radio in Nigeria, Mrs. Toyin Okiwale, who will moderate this session.
Thank you very much. Can we acknowledge Mr. Speaker again? Thank you for everything you are doing and for everything you will continue to do for Nigerian women. We salute you. We thank you, Madam. We thank him on behalf of Nigerian women. Sir, I hear that when the Honorable Minister for Women Affairs, she said no woman, no Nigeria, no woman, no election. Madam, what else did you say? Empower the women, empower the women, empower Nigeria. Nigeria. Fund women. Fund Nigeria. This women, no election. That one shocked me. I've never heard of that. No woman, no election.
Never be election without a woman.
So, for everybody that is sitting in a political position in Nigeria right now, if you want to be there again, embrace women. This book is a book that has been done because of the support of likes of you. My job is very simple here. If you support women and you support women, you will know that this took us a lot to do. And so my job here is to ask you, the minimum we're asking for per person is 20 million naira. That's the minimum. Because if you exchange it, you know, the minimum we want from everybody seated here, because there's a reason why they have put you here, is 20 million naira. Honorable Speaker, I know you are more than enough to even put $1 billion down. If for Nigerian women, remember no woman, no election. If for Nigerian women, is it for Nigerian women or not? It is for us. So if what you are going to give us is less than $1 billion, just say in private. Because I don't want you to bring the stake low. You have to bring the stake high. There is nothing we can do without money. We acknowledge you, you've done a lot for us. And I just want you to say something, acknowledge the hard work that has gone into this, and for us to show everybody that you are not just supporting us by word of mouth, you are actually supporting us by action. So I'm going to allow you to say one or two things, and I am going to come to everybody seated here. Not yet, so later you will put something down, because I shall already launch it privately, but she will also launch it publicly. Sir, would like to have a word from you, and on behalf of Nigerian women, we salute you. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, welcome once more. It's my singular privilege to be here with you on this very historic occasion, the fourth of its kind, to the best of my knowledge, where distinguished personalities from the women's work are gathered together to celebrate their achievements. This is unprecedented. I want you to know that we are really proud of you, and we are doing the little we can from the legislature in ensuring that by 2027, a new chapter in the history of Nigeria's politics is reopened. A chapter that will make women to be at the forefront of our election, of our campaigns, and for our elected positions. And I was talking to the deputy governor of Ogun, and she told me what I've never sat down to reflect, that it is not everywhere that Nigerian women are not making progress. And as long as in the case where we recorded some reasonable successes in the last election, the first time that we have 9 deputy governors who are women, which is the first time in the history of Nigeria. And it is also more enlightening to hear that beside the North Central, all other 5 geopolitical zones are at least represented by one state where a woman is the deputy governor. I have a dream that what will happen in 2027 will be a far better position. I have a dream that for the very first time, a woman will become a governor in one of the provinces. I have a dream that at least 50% of all the deputy governor seats in the state will be occupied by women. On that note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor on behalf of the House of Representatives and my counterparts in the Senate, who are unavoidably absent here, to launch this wonderful magazine, this publication, this document, in the sum of 50 million naira. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Indeed, change is possible when we work together. And we know that Nigeria's economy will grow when women are involved. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, sir. When my sister was saying that for everyone sitting down, we launched this compendium with 20 million naira.
This man says he's something that he's standing up.
So I decided to say that till we finish this event, I'm not going to sit down. I'll be standing like this. You understand? So I have to avoid that. But thank you very much. On that note, we don't want to waste much of our time. We have our resource personality here who will be having their speech now. So on that note, please, I'm going back straight.
Before you go back, while Mr. Speaker is finding the seat, permit me recognize the presence of Iyo Josephine and then one of the jewels of Nigeria. A round of applause to her, please.
Thank you very much, Mom, former minister, former women leader. Thank you very much, ma'am. We're happy to see you. Thank you very much. And also, the spouse of the members of the Federal House of Representatives, they are also here. We greet you, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. Our spouses, thank you very much. So yes, I want to now move straight as I call.
Since you greeted them, permit me to also recognize the representative of the Kwara State Governor, who is here represented by the Commissioner of Environment, Honorable Nafisat Buge. You're welcome, Your Excellency.
All right, yes, we have a sub-theme, which is women inclusion in politics. And that also, we're going to have justice to that by the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Her Excellency, Engineer Noimot Salako Oyedele. Please, we appreciate you put your hands together for this very wonderful woman to join us there and to give us this very wonderful keynote that she has been able to identify with. Thank you very much.
And just in case you are wondering what her credentials are, she is a public health engineer and a real estate professional who is currently the Deputy Governor of Ogun State. She is one of the 9 female Deputy Governors in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, you're welcome.
The President of Nigeria, our father and our leader, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, here represented by His SA and Constituency Outreach, Khadija Omotayo. Her Excellency Senator Oluwemi Tinubu, CON, the First Lady of Nigeria, the Mother of the Nation, here represented by Hajia Fatima Abbas, the wife of the Honorable Speaker. His Excellency Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, GCON, the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Permit me to use my dear sister and friend, the Honorable Minister for Women Affairs, Hajia Imam Sulaiman Ibrahim, as a point of contact and courtesies for all our leaders and all our eminent guests here. It's an honor to be here today at the Nigerian Women Leadership and Empowerment Conference 2025. Hosted by the House of Representatives Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development in collaboration with the Nigerian Women International Magazine. I thank the chairman of the committee, Honorable Kapila Obara, for the kind invitation to share my views on one of the most pressing issues of our time, women's inclusion in politics, challenges, prospects, and the way forward, in front of this powerful and influential audience. The conversation about women's political inclusion is not new. For decades, women around the world have fought for the right to vote, the right to contest elections, and the right to lead. In Nigeria, we have seen remarkable women break barriers, some of whom are in this room. Yet, we still have a long way to go. Our numbers in governance remain disappointingly low, not to talk of an elected office. Political participation is often treated as an exclusive club where women must fight harder just to be considered. This is not just a Nigerian Even in some of the world's oldest democracies, women representation remains unequal and several glass ceilings remain to be shattered. The most glaring being in the United States, which did not have a female vice president till 2021 and has not had a female president with almost 250 years of being a democracy. The United Kingdom, which prides itself on its democratic traditions, has had 58 female prime ministers, only 3 of whom have been women. However, history has shown us that when women do have a seat at the table, they bring fresh perspectives, collaborative leadership, and policies that improve the lives of entire communities. In 2006, Ellen Joseph Sirleaf of Liberia became Africa's first elected female president. Since then, we have had Samia Suluhu Hassan in Tanzania, and both of them have demonstrated their ability to lead at the highest levels. One of the biggest misconceptions about women's political participation is that it threatens male dominance, as though it is a finite resource. Research has consistently that diverse leadership leads to better governance. Countries with higher female representation in parliament, such as Iceland and Rwanda, tend to have stronger social policies, lower corruption levels, and more inclusive economic growth. If we truly want to build a Nigeria where opportunity is available to all, then we must see women in politics not as competitors or usurpers, but as partners in progress. The truth is, politics is not a zero-sum game. Increasing women's representation doesn't mean taking power away from men. It only means that we create a more balanced and effective government. That's why men must be part of this conversation, not just as supporters, but as active participants in driving change. The challenges. Despite our undeniable contributions, women in Nigeria continue to face significant obstacles in politics. These barriers are not abstract, but are real, lived experiences of women who have dared to contest elections or seek leadership positions. There are structural barriers where many women in Nigerian politics find themselves contesting under small or fringe parties, where the chances of electoral victory are small. The major political parties which have the strongest structures and better access to funding often silence when it comes to key positions or electable tickets. Take the case of Professor Remi Shonaya, who contested for the presidency in 2015 under the Core Party, or Mrs. Obi Ezekwesili in 2018 under the ACPN. Despite their qualifications and vision, they were not given the same level of ability, support, or resources as male counterparts in the dominant parties. Had either contested a mainstream party with strong backing, they could have had a much greater impact. This is the same all the way down the ticket from the National Assembly, state governors, and state House and Assembly seats. If we are serious about improving women's participation, major parties must commit to placing more women in winnable seats rather than offering them symbolic. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Speaker for his comments earlier and everything that he's putting in place to make sure that these systemic barriers are removed going forward. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Lack of funding. Running a political campaign is costly. From nomination forms, which can cost millions of naira, to mobilization, media engagement, and logistics. Men have long established funding networks in politics, often backed by wealthy individuals, businesses, and party structures. Women, on the other hand, often lack the same access to financial support, and many capable women are unable to compete due to financial constraints. We must move forward beyond rhetoric and establish structured, well-managed funding mechanisms that help female candidates compete effectively. cultural and social norms remain a deeply ingrained belief in some parts of the country that leadership is a man's domain. Women who step forward to contest often hear dismissive remarks like, "Why can't you support a woman instead? Politics is too tough for women. You should wait your turn." This cultural mindset must change. We see that when women do break these barriers, they excel. Her Excellency Senator Ibrahim Tinubu, a three-time senator and now the first lady of Nigeria, is one very good example. Women should not just need extra permission to lead. Leadership should be based on competence, not gender. Women in politics often face sexual harassment, intimidation, and in extreme cases, violence. A clear example is Senator Aisha Dahiru Binani, who contested for the Adamawa governorship in 2023. Despite leading a strong campaign and gaining massive grassroots support, she faced a chaotic and controversial election process. At a critical moment, an INEC official illegally declared her winner before the official collation was completed, creating a political firestorm. The incident was widely seen as an attempt to undermine her credibility and reinforce the perception that women cannot win high-level political offices. Another painful example is the late Aisha Al-Hassan, who we all popularly refer to as Mama Taraba. She was a minister, a senator, and a governorship candidate in Taraba State. But despite her influence and popularity, she faced intense opposition from within her party and external forces. Even though she had the backing of her people, the political system ultimately blocked her from assuming office. She later resigned from mainstream politics, an unfortunate reality that many female politicians face. These cases show that misogyny in politics is real. Women who contest elections are not just battling their opponents, they are also fighting against deeply ingrained prejudices that seek to discredit and silence them. If we truly want an inclusive democracy, we must address these barriers and ensure that women receive the same level of protection, fairness, and respect as their male counterparts. Once again, thank you, Mr. Speaker, because you alluded to this in the ordinance. We must make politics safer for women by addressing political violence, enforcing consequences for intimidation, and ensuring that female candidates receive the same level of security as their male counterparts. What are our prospects? We must take deliberate steps to improve women's participation in politics ahead of the next election cycle. Pushing for affirmative action in major political parties. It is time for Nigeria's major political parties to adopt affirmative action policies, if not outright quotas, to ensure that more women are placed in winnable seats. Countries like Rwanda, South Africa, and Senegal have implemented gender quotas, resulting in significantly higher female representation in government. Nigeria should not be left behind. Sustain political engagement. Many women emerge only during election seasons to disappear when the elections are over. Politics requires staying power. The ability to remain engaged year-round, building networks, contributing to party structures, and shaping policies. When the MC introduced the chairman of the committee, he said she's a third-time lucky candidate. She had tried and she kept trying, and today, to the glory of God, she is here with us. Funding. A significant barrier for women in politics is financial. We need dedicated funds to support women candidates, but such initiatives must be well structured and sustained. For instance, in 2022, the then APC woman leader Stella Okotete launched a Progressive Women Trust Fund, a strategic initiative designed to empower women by providing financial support, capacity building programs, and advocacy for gender equality. That fund aims to address economic and social barriers that limit women's participation in leadership, entrepreneurship, and community development. To make these types of funds more impactful and sustainable, the party hierarchies must take ownership of them, so that when one woman leader goes, the policy continues because it's party policy. Women leaders should work with men in party leadership to design transparent funding mechanisms, encourage private sector involvement to provide long-term financial backing for women in politics, and ensure there are clear accountability frameworks so that funds truly benefit aspiring female politicians. Encouraging our male allies, our he for she heroes. Men must not be seen as obstacles to women political advancement. In fact, their involvement is crucial to our success. We need more male champions who understand the importance of gender inclusion and actively advocate for policies that promote women in leadership. For instance, my governor, His Excellency Prince Dr. Abiodun was deliberately in opting for a female deputy and has appointed several women to key positions in government, as my colleagues are here. Also, the governor of Kwara State, His Excellency Alhaji Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, has made gender inclusion a priority. His administration appointed more women into key government positions than any other state in Nigeria, including making most of his cabinet female. This was not symbolic, it was strategic, and the results have been clear. Governance in Kwara has been strengthened by the diversity of voices in leadership. If more male political leaders in Nigeria follow their examples, ensuring that women are not just included but empowered, we'll see a significant shift in the political landscape. Strategic positioning for leadership. While we push for more women in politics, we must also ensure that women position themselves strategically in leadership. We don't want a situation where we get quotas or we get affirmative action and then we're looking for women who qualify to fit those positions. Political success does not happen by accident. It requires deliberate preparation, the right networks, and a clear path to influence. Women who aspire to lead must invest in themselves in key areas. Education is a powerful tool in breaking barriers. Women who aspire to lead must actively seek knowledge, not just in their professional fields, but also in governance, policy making, and leadership. Look at global examples like Ellen Joseph Sirleaf, the first female president of Liberia, and Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, a former Nigerian Minister of Finance and the first female Director General of WTO, whose academic and professional backgrounds gave them the expertise and credibility to command leadership positions. Beyond formal education, political training and exposure to governance processes are crucial. Women must seek out leadership programs, fellowships, and policy training initiatives that will sharpen their skills and expand their networks. Mentorship. Mentorship is one of the most underrated or critical aspects of leadership development. Women who aspire to political office must actively seek guidance from experienced leaders who can provide insights, support, and networks. One of the biggest challenges women face is that politics is built on relationships, but many women enter the race without strong political mentorship or backing. Political success is rarely achieved in isolation. It comes from standing on the shoulders of those who came before us. Women who successfully navigate the system should not walk alone. They must bring others along and groom the next generation of female leaders. Career choices. Many women only enter politics at the point of election, as I said earlier. But we must start positioning long before. Women should strategically build careers in governance-related fields. Law, policy making, public administration, business leadership, and civil service. Although I'm an engineer, I find myself here. It doesn't always work, but probably the chances are higher if you have any of those opportunities. These careers provide the experience, networks, and credibility that make political transition smoother. Again, I will use the example of Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who had a successful career at the World Bank before she became Nigeria's finance minister. Aspiring female politicians must place themselves in rooms where decisions are made, build track records of impact, and develop relationships that will be invaluable when they step into political contexts. Support. No leader succeeds alone. Women must cultivate strong support systems within their families, communities, and political structures. Too often, women enter politics without the necessary backing and quickly burn out from the pressures and challenges. The key lesson from successful female leaders is that having the right advisors, a committed team, and a strong personal network makes all the difference. This is why women must support each other. It is not enough for one woman to rise. She must pull others along. Call to action. We stand at a defining moment. The 2027 elections are around the corner, and the time to prepare is now. We must do more than just talk. We must take action. Women must engage more actively in party politics, not just as candidates, but as decision makers within their parties. We must demand affirmative action in the major political parties to ensure women have a real chance of winning elections. Funds for women in politics must not be symbolic. They must be properly managed and meant to be part of this conversation to ensure broader support. We must build alliances across gender lines. Politics is not a battle of men versus women. It's a partnership for a better Nigeria. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, women's inclusion in politics is not just about fairness, it is about effectiveness. Societies thrive when women have equal opportunities to lead. As we work towards greater inclusion, women must think long term. Politics is not a short sprint, it is a marathon. Strategic preparation, persistence, and positioning will determine how far we go. The time for token representation is over. The time for real inclusion is now. Thank you for listening, and I wish you all a great day.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Well, believer. Please, I think she deserves a better round of applause.
This very short announcement, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, we like to take this lead anywhere from now. We just want to live quietly, so we want everyone to just do it quietly within. We'll be going soon.
So he says everyone should sit down, please. But I think you look more peaceful beside your wife. There's a certain level of confidence we have having you here, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your donation. Please, everyone, have your seats. Mr. Speaker will leave quietly as we continue, but not before we recognize the presence of the first female Accountant General of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Oluwatoyin Madeyin, SCPA, FCA. Please, a round of applause for her. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much for being there. We also have here the Director General of NIDS is here represented by Professor Maimuna Isa, the Institute's librarian. You're welcome. We also have the mathematical DG of the Women's Center, the Madam Babangida Women's Center here in our mathematical DG. I greet you. Keep calculating for the women. It's working.
Also, the Assistant Commandant, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps is also here. Christian and Bianca also also first national assurance, Lagos State and also the
he's taking it right. It's in the front. It's in the front.
Thank you very much.
It's in the front. No. It's there.
The founder and the leading woman of emerged women here in Nigeria. Please stay here because of
so
the speaker is still speaking. I think we should have a little bit of music for that photo to hold, and so that you can leave quietly as you can completely something. Okay, the chief should continue. If you forget anything she has said in her presentation, please remember that she has said that the inclusion of women in power structures should be We must encourage men to be allies. We must build wide networks. We must properly position ourselves into the structures of the party system, not just during elections. We must ensure that inclusion is for effectiveness and not fairness, because politics is a marathon and not a sprint. Please, a round of applause for the deputy
I see a lot. Yes.
Health professionals, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to our son will all already established existing protocols. So it's with a sense of great honor that I stand before you today in this monumental occasion of the Nigerian Women Leadership and Empowerment Conference 2025, a platform dedicated to advancing the rights and well-being of women in Nigeria. The topic before us, promoting access to quality health for women and children, challenges, prospects, and ways forward, is both timely and crucial as we work towards building a healthier and more equitable society. I commend the organizers for this conference for the choice of this topic. The challenges in accessing quality health care. Women and children remain among the most vulnerable groups when it comes to healthcare access. Some of the key challenges faced by this important target population include limited healthcare infrastructure. Many rural and undeserved areas lack adequate medical facilities, forcing women and children to travel long distances for essential care. Financial barriers. The high cost of medical services coupled with economic constraints prevents families from seeking timely treatment. There's also a shortage of skilled health workers. There's a significant shortage of doctors, nurses, and midwives, particularly in the rural communities. The cultural and societal barriers. Traditional beliefs and gender norms sometimes discourage women from seeking medical help, particularly during pregnancy and childbirth. Inadequate maternal and child health programs. Many communities lack structured programs that provide critical maternal and child health interventions, including immunization and nutrition support. So the prospect for improvement. Despite these challenges, there is a hope for a brighter future, especially lately following a number of favorable government policies and interventional support from critical stakeholders. Several initiatives and opportunities can significantly improve healthcare access for women and children in Nigeria, which include investment in healthcare infrastructure. By expanding and upgrading medical facilities, particularly in rural areas, will enhance access to quality healthcare. Strengthening health insurance coverage. Expanding health insurance schemes to cover more women and children will reduce financial barriers to essential services. recruitment and training of healthcare professionals. If we invest in training and deploying of more healthcare workers, this will ensure quality care reaches underserved areas. Community-based health programs. Expanding initiatives such as mobile clinics, maternal health outreach programs, and child nutrition programs will enhance healthcare access. Then public-private partnerships. By collaborating with private sector stakeholders and non-governmental organizations, this will provide additional funding and resources for maternal and child healthcare services. Way forward. To achieve significant and sustainable improvements, all stakeholders must work together as a government. As a government, we are committed to increasing budgetary allocations for healthcare, particularly maternal and healthcare programs, enhancing awareness and advocacy to promote health, educating women and families, strengthening collaborations with international development partners to support healthcare interventions, implementing policies that remove socio-economic and cultural barriers to healthcare access. Ladies and gentlemen, the health and well-being of our women and children must remain a priority. They are a foundation of our society and a key to prosperous future. By addressing these challenges and embracing the opportunities before us, we can build a healthier, safer, and more inclusive Nigeria for all. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much. On this note, I'll be going straight to Yobe State now to bring in the First Lady of Yobe State, representing the Chairman of the Governor's Spouse Forum, that is Her Excellency Olufolake Abdulrazak. The First Lady of Kwara State will be represented by the First Lady of Yobe State, Her Excellency Ajia Hafsat Kaule Ibuni. She will also be coming on to also deliver our speech. Thank you very much. A round of applause for her, please. We can do better than that. We can do better than that.
Our speaker that just left, I think I also appreciate him. Our dear mommy, the First Lady of Nigeria, presented by my dear sister here, Mrs. Tajuddin. Honorable Khalifa, wonderful initiative, Mr. Honorable members here, dear ministers. The list is very long. All protocol to observe. So our chair, our state First Lady, has traveled. She's supposed to be here to give this speech, but because she's traveled, we don't want our seat empty, so we're here to present her. This is a speech from our office that was given yesterday to me, and it goes like this. Honorable Chairman, esteemed guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to stand before you today at the Nigerian Women Leadership Empowerment Conference on behalf of the chairperson of the Nigerian Government Spouses Forum. I bring heartfelt greetings as we discuss a topic close to our hearts, empowering Nigerian challenges and going forward. I must say that all the speeches that I had, they're basically saying the same thing, so I hope you don't worry ahead. As a woman and a partner in governance, I understand the critical role women play in the growth of our nation. Today I speak not just for my state, but for the millions of women in Nigeria who strive for financial independence despite their immense potential. Nigerian women, especially in rural areas, face numerous challenges to financial empowerment including limited access to education, financial resources, and economic opportunity. Women in agriculture, small-scale businesses, and informal sectors contribute greatly to the economy. Yet, they remain marginalized and lack the tools to succeed. Additionally, gender discrimination continues to limit access to capital, networks, and decision-making platforms. However, there is hope. We must focus on creating solutions such as championing on policies that provide access to credit, investing in women's financial literacy, and creating platforms for women to network and support one another. Women must have the tools and opportunities to make decisions, control their earnings, and invest in their future. The Nigerian Governors Spouses Forum is committed to advancing women's rights and fostering initiatives that support women, children, and marginalized communities, together with fruitful policies that promote girls' education, improve healthcare, and enable women's economic empowerment. But our work must continue. It is essential to create spaces where women's voices are not only heard but valued. Whether in politics, business, or education, women must have equal opportunities to influence decisions. This conference is a vital step in this direction, providing a platform for collaboration and amplifying the voices of women in leadership across Nigeria. In my role, that is First Lady Forrested, you must remember that this is her talking. In my role, I have witnessed the power of women coming together. We have advocated for laws protecting women's rights and workers on projects that promote economic independence, educational opportunities, and healthcare access. But the journey is far from over, she said. We must ensure more women participate in politics, leadership roles in business, and decision-making positions. Our work is about creating a world where leadership means equality, inclusivity, and justice for all, where women's potential is recognized and nurtured. To the remarkable women here today, leaders, business owners, advocates, educators, and mothers, thank you for your unwavering commitment. You are the trailblazers of tomorrow. And to the men who support us, your partnership is invaluable in building a society where women have the opportunity to flourish. True empowerment comes from the support of all. In conclusion, when women rise, we all rise. When women lead, we all lead. Together, we'll break barriers, uplift one another, and create a future that reflects the strength and resilience of women everywhere. Thank you, and God bless. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much. Honorable, I must say, you're the honorable hero. You gave this gentleman my seat. When I came in, just remind me.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Sorry, ma'am. We apologize for that, ma'am. But please, a round of applause for the speech well delivered.
All right, we just want to water down the event with cultural performance now for another 5 minutes. So we're going to appreciate that we have the cultural performance for another 5 minutes now. So while we move straight to the next thing on our programs now. So our cultural troops now, we have 5 minutes. It's your presentation.
Mo ní máa wò wé ẹ̀ mọ̀ bọ́yẹ̀ ń jo kó má lọ tó ti ẹ̀ sì kó má lọ sí ẹ̀.
Okay, just 1 minute. We are going to appreciate the First Lady of Yobe to also launch this very wonderful compendium. We are going to appreciate that before you leave. Thank you very much, Her Excellency. Thank you very much. It's indeed wonderful. The sound, I love the sound of the music. I love it. Thank you very much, Her Excellency.
Even though I'm not quite sure what to do, maybe you can help me. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud to be standing next to another woman, another sister. Remember, without us, no election. Sir, without us, no election. That is the one that I'm talking. Without us, no Nigeria. So there's a woman standing here who represents every Nigerian woman who is bold and has a voice and is using her voice positively. I'd like you to, on behalf of the Governor's Spouses Forum, no longer Governor's Wife, because there's going to be a female governor, and at that time, we're going to say Governor's Spouses Forum. So on behalf of the Governor's Spouses Forum, you can hit 49.9 million so that you don't do more than what our speaker has done. And then on your behalf, and the people of Yobe State, thank you very much. Thank you so much. This reminds me of our own. And yesterday, I don't know if you remember, we did our own last, was it 2 years ago? So I just remembered it. And thank you so much. To the two honorables, they just told me that I came late. That is why we sat there. The governor's wife supposed to sit. So I also apologize for that. Yes, I came late. Hope you're happy. We like to make people happy. So this one, on behalf of our forum, I can't say anything, but I will say we are definitely going to donate something, but we're going to conceal it only to reveal it to the organizers, inshallah. Then from my own part, from my own state, I'll say from my husband, inshallah, we'll also give a very good one, but still concealed. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. We are proceeding now with a speech now. Before that, let me also appreciate this very wonderful woman from National Population Commission, Honorable Yinka Oladojo. She's also in our midst. She's been here for a long time. I greatly appreciate you, a great leader. Thank you very much.
We also have here in our midst Mrs. Nkechi Obi OON, Group Managing Director, Techno Oil Limited. You're welcome, ma'am. Also here in our midst, we have representing them Dora Umeoji, who is the Group General Manager of the Zenith Bank, is here represented by General Manager Victoria Ewerano. You're welcome. Thank you very much for being here. At this point in time, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, before that, let me also appreciate to announce the arrival of the Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Women Affairs, Dr. Miriam Ismail Kashino is also here. Thank you very much.
She has been here all along.
Just
yes,
thank
you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Permit me to recognize and invite to the podium the mother of the nation, the one who has insisted that women are part of the renewed hope, because when the hope of women is renewed, the hope of the nation is renewed. You are welcoming to the podium our First Lady and the wife of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu CON, here represented by the wife of the 10th Speaker of the 10th House of Representatives, Hajia Fatima Tajuddin Abbas.
Thank you very much.
You're not clapping properly for the mother of the nation, who is empowering women, our mother, who is ensuring that women are finding places in the structures of leadership and governance from